Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel, and today we're back again with another Alliance War video. Now this time ASR is going up against GT40. For those of you who have been following the channel, GT40 gave us one of the closest and hardest wars during the last season. I believe there was like one death difference till the very end, and they're definitely a very capable alliance. Now this time the war was not anywhere near as close as it was last time, so perhaps I overestimated their abilities, or they just had a bad war against us this time around. But it also could be something else, because majority of the deaths, actually vast majority of the deaths, I believe all but one from our side, came due to incompetence and issues from Kabam. Because on Saturday night when this war was taking place, there were a ton of connection issues, and there is also a bug or some weird interaction where champions apparently dash into Apocalypse's special 2 in the middle of animation for no reason. Now, Liza mentioned and talked about it at length in her video, and exact same thing happened to a teammate of mine. I actually have a video of that fight as well, which I can show at the end, but I'm not gonna turn this war video into a rant style video. I'm gonna actually upload a separate video with the current state of AW and all the issues it's facing. That should be quite a fun video, but let's just jump to the actual war itself. So, as I said, GT40, very capable alliance, kind of like top half of the Masters bracket. I'm bringing in Magic, Quake, and Human Torch, and all of the champions are going to get used, which is cool. Magic is getting the dusted off and finally brought in the war. And I'm going to start out in Section 1 on Path 8. Now, I hadn't done Path 8 in like forever. And then in Section 2, I actually didn't originally get assigned a path, which, again, I'll be perfectly honest here, I'm not a big fan of. I like taking as many fights as I can, and sometimes it annoys me when I don't get them, but all is fair. You need to put your ego aside in Alliance War and just be a part of the team. But at the same time, there was that Domino on Path 7, where I nearly got KO'd the last war, and I wanted my redemption, and also if I took that Domino, I'd save my teammate Power Start 1 boost, and that's exactly what's going to happen once we actually get there. But first we need to get through the Path 8 fights. I actually do one of the joint minis, so to speak, and then we're going to have a mini boss as well. So first fight's Hyperion on this passive heal block, power imbalance, whatever else it has, nothing too special, it's Hyperion. Now we do have global protect, so Hyperion being large champion obviously can get those protect charges, and I need to keep an eye for that. But at the same time, it's magic against Hyperion. I have max Mystic Dispersion, I'm decently boosted, and yeah, as soon as I get off my first level 2, I know that the danger is pretty much over. There's not much to worry about. Now here we can see I crit on my level 2, so that triggered protection. I do my best to play as safe as possible with magic here. I do that parry on purpose. I know I could easily go for stand-up intercepts and everything else, but I find this method much more reliable. And again, Alliance War is all about being consistent and reliable, not flashy. Had I been doing this exact same fight in like Act 6 or whatever, I would have just intercepted all the way straight up, or tried to at least. But in Alliance War, again, it's all about consistency and not dying. So play it as safe and perhaps a bit less flashy. Now here is a weird interaction, and I'm not entirely sure it would be meant to interact this way. Here we can see that I have passive heal block and a debuff on me, but because I'm heal blocked, I shouldn't be attempting to heal. But for whatever reason, periodically, Warlock's degen is triggering on me and I'm losing health. It's very annoying, But it's not the strongest degen. I don't think that Warlock was like very high sig, or even if it wasn't dealing that much damage to get me concerned, because I was clearly winning the fight of health bars. But it's just annoying. It's a potion that I will have to use that I didn't anticipate, to be honest, because, yeah, since I knew I'm heal blocked, I did not quite understand. Or is it because I'm losing power consistently? But I never gained any power to lose, so I don't know. I just found that interaction quite weird. Now we have Buff Imbalance, Power Rain, Matador, and Cold Turkey, Storm Pyramid X. And I could have pretty much used any of the champions that I have brought with me here, I believe. Any single one of them would be capable of taking this fight down. To be honest, I don't look at Storm Pyramid X as a good defender overall. But again, just to be extra safe and also to make sure I don't take like any chip damage, I'm using Quake. Because then I don't have to deal with the glancing, I don't have to risk miss evading or getting caught on like a level 1, even though I'm good, very consistent with that level 1 evade. But again, Alliance War is always about making the safest play. Not the flashiest, not the coolest, not the quickest, but just doing whatever gives you the least amount of probability of getting KO'd. And, well, let's face it, I'm fairly proficient using Quake, and I haven't actually died using Quake in a really long time in Alliance War, and I feel safe using her. Now, I know I nearly died last Alliance War against Domino in Path 7, but I'm gonna get my redemption on that Domino fight as well. Again, I'm gonna take that fight even though I wasn't originally assigned to save a teammate of mine a level 1 star boost. Now, here I wanted to show that I took off dexterity for this fight. So just basically reshuffled my proficiencies, took off the Mystic Dispersion, and distributed the points elsewhere. Because I'm going to be going up against this long shot on Power Snack and Backup Recovery node. Now, again, I could have quaked the fight, but in this case, I decided to go in with Human Torch because I thought without dexterity, there's absolutely no way this fight will get out of hand. Obviously, Longshot is a Mystic champion and should be safe, should be fairly straightforward and easy. And again, I'm just trying to hit him while he's stunned and cutting my combos as short as possible on purpose, because every time I parry I gain a smolder, and that means I just ramp up my damage quicker and I don't have to worry as much about baiting out the special attacks proportional to my damage output. Therefore, overall, throughout the course of the fight, I will have to bait out less special attacks because I am cutting like my combo short. Now here he got to level 2 because of backup recovery, but I'm still not worried because I can't trigger Dex, nothing bad is gonna happen here, so I can push him nearly 3 bars power. I would have went for the kill had he not thrown that level 2, but he did, so that made my job even easier. By the time this fight finished, I had like 23 smolders and I was doing a ton of damage over time. A very straightforward fight here, nothing too exciting. Human Torch against the Mystic Champion, just destruction time. And that was it for my participation in Section 1, basically. And as I said, in Section 2, I wasn't meant to have any fights, but we kind of discussed the game plan here at this point, and I offered to help the guy in Path 7 just so he can save those like power start 1 boosts, because he had Ghost for that fight. He only has like 1 or 2 of those boosts left, and I have a lot, and I don't even need a boost for this Domino fight. So I do have to do a mini boss fight straight after this fight as well. So I boost relatively decently big, and that's one of the cool things now as well, because I have been kind of more actively trying to do the daily events. Even the 15% attack boosts are really not an issue anymore, and I'm kind of like very stacked on boosts in general because of daily events, and I really do like that. So I do not feel bad if I boost sometimes twice or occasionally 3 times per alliance war, because yeah, I'm not spending any units or money for those boosts. So yeah, do not mind that at all. Now, this Domino fight, I don't think it's hard. I don't know why she clipped me last time I tried this fight. And obviously, once she clipped me, she crit me 4 times straight and nearly took me out. But here we can see it's exactly the same fight, exactly the same game plan. I'm never triggering decks, I'm just basically heavy and parrying or blocking if she's using her projectile attacks. She's just going down and it's very straightforward. Absolutely no issue here. I do still think that Quake by herself is probably the best option here because you don't need any specific synergies, you do not need any indestructible boost or power start 1 boost or anything like that. Just bring in Quake against this Domino and can be good. Here we can see that's what it takes us, like minute and 15 seconds, minute and 20 seconds, and that big Domino is down. Very easy, without any drama here this time. Just showing again that the previous fight was the exception. Right, but the war is not over yet. Here I'm waiting for my teammate to finish that Guardian fight. He's using a full Ghost team, and he's also the guy taking Apocalypse. I actually do have that clip from Apocalypse fight, which I might show you guys at the end of the video as well. But yeah, so I had to wait for him to clear me up there, and now that he has, I'm just flying to the Dragon Man on the left side, and yeah, I'm gonna use 150% Mystic boost and Power Stat 1 boost because again, I'm full on them. I think I had 1 in Overflow as well. So get the initial parry off, which is half of the success here already, because that disables his power gain, and I can very safely launch off my level 2 before he actually has a chance to drop any of his special attacks. And now we can see that if I do crit with magic, I do trigger protect. But obviously, magic being magic, it's not hard to get that intercept. So overall, it's not too bad of a fight here. I do like to get those parries back in for a couple of reasons. One of them being just so I can get rid of that power gain buff preemptively, just in case my power lock fails or something else goes wrong. But also, it helps me slow down the fight to kind of like safer speed where it's not all dash in and dash out, and it also helps me to kind of like keep a rhythm for this fight, because again, I do have to consistently get those protection stacks off whenever I crit with level 2. And yeah, other than that, it is a lot of hits like for a fight, but the fight is going quickly and magic does whatever magic has to do. And yeah, the Dragon Man's pretty much already down here. I think at the very last moment I didn't even want to bother to get down that last protection stack and just finished out the fight. Now, we did end up winning this war, which is great, but again, majority of the deaths definitely from ASR side, and I'm confident that several of them were also from GT40 side. We're down to the game actually just going down. But let's just check out this clip here. So this is a clip from my teammate. He sent our online up, so it's not as good of a quality, but still the gist is there going to be pretty much the same. So I'm not going to show the entire fight where we get to it. I think he's going to drop a level 2, which is cool. And here at some point very soon, we can see Apocalypse is going to go for his level 2. So he's shooting his level 2 and he's dashing back, and all of a sudden he just runs in. And pretty much exactly the same situation was showcased by Lizer. And it sucks. It sucks when it happens. And there is not much that you can do in a situation like that. If you're lucky to hit block quickly enough, then you're lucky. If you're not, then you're dead. And yeah, again, so we did end up winning this war, and so far we are what, 4-1 for the season. It's not the greatest start and the worst start. We are, I think, currently at 4th or 5th place globally, so hopefully, all being well, we can manage to squeeze in top 3. If not, finishing Masters is not the end of the world. The rewards for Alliance War aren't that great, to be honest. But, all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and if you have, I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya! Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about